Every so often, I play Roblox with some friends of mine. It's free and you've got plenty of options, so it's difficult to go wrong. We've taken a particular interest in the mascot horror side of things. Roblox has tons of free mascot horror games to play that kids just eat up. Slap Rainbow Friends in your white van, they'll all come running. The other day, a game caught my attention. The Intruder. It got updated a few days ago, and I just knew we had to play it. Before we begin, I'd like to say that this game can be played solo or with up to 4 people. I played with my friends Cuba and Brandon for this video. This will be important later. Upon beginning, you find that the police phone line will be shut down tonight for maintenance, and you must survive until it's online again. You find a book that clearly explains what you have to do. Level 1 is based off of FNAF. First, you have an anxiety bar. This goes down if you're looking at the cameras. If it's 100, you die. It killed me. The second bar is awareness. Likewise, if it hits 100, you die. I'll explain this one more in a moment. Next, you've got cameras. If the intruder is at the door, wait for him to try and open the door and hide in the closet. If it comes to defense, turn off the lights and hide. Now, here's where the awareness bar comes into play. If the phone rings, you need to shut it off. While the phone is ringing, the awareness bar goes up. Cool, those are the mechanics. Now let me explain my issues with it. First things first, the book is an absolutely terrible way of introducing the player to the game. This is an issue a lot of FNAF games have, where the mechanics aren't well explained via gameplay and must be explained by reading what to do. Nobody wants to read walls of text to understand the game. Ideally, it should be intuitive. Admittedly, it's a lot harder to do that when your FNAF-like requires movement. Even FNAF 4 had text in it, and it's considered one of the best games. But this book is also a pain in the ass because the game can't really pause to tell you what to do. It's still playing in the background, meaning the lights could be shut off, the phone could ring, or if you're really unlucky, the intruder can arrive. Next up, the anxiety meter is stupid. It's here for similar reasons to the marionette in FNAF 2. To keep you on the cameras instead of sitting there with a mask on the whole time. In this case, the mask is the closet. You don't need to keep track of where the intruder is because it loudly exclaims when it's coming in. Guys, I think he's at the door. I think he's at the door. Oh, and if it's not evident, none of the cameras serve a particular gameplay purpose either. They're just there to keep track of the intruder, which again isn't necessary at all. The anxiety meter as a whole is just a pain in the ass because it rises so fast.
Because yeah, there just weren't any details. It didn't specify any details. I might die to
anxiety.
What are you at?
82.
Oh fuck. Yeah, you might.
Okay. Fuck off, shit. I'm dead by anxiety. I'm so dead. Goodbye, Brandon. It's been an honor. Now, let me talk about the things I did like. The intruder itself is actually a pretty cool concept. Let me just play a clip here and maybe you'll understand.
I can't even fucking see the closet. Okay. And remember, don't move, because he can apparently sense your movement. Also, my anxiety is really high. I might die, because apparently 100% anxiety is really bad.
Wait, look at the top left.
Yeah, Kuba's.
Did you type that?
Oh, he didn't. Oh, wait, that's really... The monster typed as if it was you.
Oh,
what the fuck?
What the hell?
What? That's crazy. This was honestly the coolest thing in the game to me. I'm a little disappointed that we saw that so fast. I feel like nothing is going to impress me now.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'm going to skip level 2 because it's largely the same as level 1. For what it's worth, we did thoroughly enjoy these levels. I know it sounds like I dislike them, but that's only when talking about it in hindsight. Going into this blind was a really cool experience, and the developer did a pretty good job at creating a game utilizing FNAF gameplay and free movement that felt unique. Admittedly though, it did feel simultaneously bloated with too much stuff happening, and also empty because the intruder doesn't really attack very often. Level 3 is where things get weird. This time it opens up with a long cutscene explaining that you're down here to keep 4 generators aligned. There's actually 5, so I don't know if this is a typo or you only need to keep 4 online or whatever. But this time, you're trapped in a maze and the intruder is running around with you. If it sees you, just hide in the locker and you're fine. When a generator breaks, you'll be able to see a little symbol telling you where to go. You just need to find it. When you find the generator, just do a Dead by Daylight minigame and you're good to go. At first, we were very surprised by the different gameplay. It was a welcome addition. Then it quickly outstayed that welcome. Pardon my French, but holy shit, this level sucks. It lasts way too long, isn't very difficult, and the monster spawning so close to you at the start is kind of a cheap shot. Oh, this is
Is this
a
like a
different
maze
game.
one?
Yeah,
What's
this
a
is a
maze?
completely different game. Wait, this is kind of drip though. Oh, bro! I don't even get a chance to play the game.
Yes, it forces you to learn very quickly the mechanic of the game, but you hardly have time to react. Don't do it! Don't do it! I only ran into the bastard a few times. Oh, and remember how I mentioned the intruder could shapeshift? Oh, that was once upon a time. This level would be way cooler if the intruder could shapeshift into one of the players. Not knowing who to trust and immediately needing to check with your friends, assuming you're playing this with multiple people, would be really cool. I know people are going to say, well, what about for solo players? Yeah, well, that's stupid because I could not imagine playing this level solo. It lasts far too long. And it's so easy to get lost here that even the monster doesn't know where to go. This is terrible. At the end of the level, you need to run away back to the entrance because everything starts exploding. And the man runs up and tries to gatekeep Gaslight Girl Boss's way onto your lift. You get a decision here to either save him or ditch him, and we aren't stupid, so we left him to die. I wanted to go back and see the alternative ending, but I didn't want to replay this slog. Oh, and speaking of dying, Brandon.
It suck. And wait, it's
He's
going.
coming back. He's coming back.
Ah!
He had to sit there and watch for like 10 minutes as we just sat around fixing generators. The game offers revives, but lo and behold, they cost real life money. One more thing I want to add is after we died and had to replay this level, it bugged out and we couldn't skip the cutscene.
Who didn't press skip?
I did.
I did.
I did.
Look at it again, everybody.
I am. I'm just
I'm
mashing it.
spamming it. Yeah.
What the
Says skip.
fuck?
Oh no! This is bullshit.
Fitting after I lost my fucking mind in that last level. Now I'm going to keep it real with you and openly state this to save us both time. This is by far the worst level in the game. You walk around a corner and find a key to the faculty room. Yo, I found one of the 8 pages!
Oh my god! Wait, actually, that's funny as fuck.
Which houses a generator we need to power the elevator, but we need a wrench to turn it on. Where do we find the wrench, you might ask? Perhaps the storage room? Wrong! You need to find another key in a seemingly random room to open a second gate in the faculty room which hides a wrench. Your character even makes a cheeky remark to the developer. Listen, all because you made a fourth wall break doesn't mean it's not bad game design. After that, you get to use the elevator and go to the 4th floor because none of the other buttons work, I guess. And you get to do FNAF stuff again. This time, it's simple. You have 2 doors, which only shut for 5 seconds at a time, and 2 intruders coming for you. You have to wait for them to show up on cameras 3 and 4 respectively, and shut the corresponding door once they physically move off screen.
Yep.
Shut it. There's also a vent above you that works exactly like it did in the first level. Now, I'll be generous and say that this part is probably a lot more fun solo. We had enough people that I could sit on the cams and my friends could shut the door when I told them to. And we didn't need to worry about the vent guy because he never attacked. This goes on for an absurd amount of time, and the timing for the door is weird for us at first, leading to a few stupid deaths. Shut it, shut it. Let's see if that worked. Nope.
No.
What?
I guess we did too soon. He left it's when he's off the camera, I guess. Luckily, at this point, the developer abandoned the pay to revive method unless you revive for free. Thank God. Imagine needing to go through all that bullshit preamble every single time. This is actually indicative of something else I'm going to talk about later. After this, one more cutscene plays and you make a grand escape. Let me talk about these cutscenes first, because holy shit, they're annoying. None of them are interesting, and they're almost entirely made up of text of your character talking to themselves on a moving background. Also, your cursor is locked into the center of the screen for this, so while it doesn't completely block any text, it looks stupid. Alright, gonna speedrun the final level. Satan's Lodge, which goes hard as fuck, is similar to level 4, which did not go hard as fuck. Not to say this level's good, I just think the name is cool.
Oh, is this a Slender one?
We were joking! You go around the haunted house and place cameras everywhere before watching a cutscene that goes on for way too long. Notice a trend here. Almost do a puzzle.
This shouldn't be hard. I need a key for a
No
lock.
shit. From the painting. It's like a painting.
I can't close it.
Yeah,
my mouse isn't there.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fucking... Guys, get chased and go in a hole. Maybe
The
shut
rod
that.
has captured. Oh, I'm dead.
What? Oh!
Fail.
It was
I
so
didn't
real.
do it.
Well, let's see.
Oh.
Oh!
Goodbye.
That's it. It's way more scripted than the other ones, and it's clearly just a story thing. Only issue here, I don't care for the story of this game at all. When this level started off, I was very intrigued by the concept of placing the cameras. Think about that for a second. A FNAF game where it opens up with a free room section where you place the cameras around the map yourself before switching over to office gameplay where you utilize those cameras to monitor the monster. Even if you don't get to choose where the cameras go, it's still a really cool idea for world building. Here, they're used for a single cutscene, and that's it. This game suffers from a weird case of not knowing what it is. Is it a single-player horror experience focusing on a well-written story? Or is it a horror game meant to be enjoyed with friends where you can split up tasks to make it easier? Okay, where's the other one? Where's the other one?
At the very end.
Got it. Personally, I feel like the Intruder should expand on the latter, particularly with the monster's ability to shapeshift. The developer is clearly talented, and for what it's worth, most of the cutscenes look really nice. My issue stems from the fact that this game begins with some really solid gameplay and slowly devolves into cutscenes. Listen, if you want to make a movie, not a game. I think the game lacks direction. It plays like many games, but doesn't do any of them particularly well. Obviously, I didn't do this game justice by playing with friends. If you're playing alone, then yeah, it's fine. The gameplay works. But I feel like you're missing out on the scares that the monster can perform in the first 2 levels, which feel like they were tailor-made for multiplayer. Whereas the later levels all feel like they're supposed to be single-player experiences. Hey y'all, Editing Duel here. I had to jump back on to get more footage from the game, and as it turns out, the single player is a bit different. The first 2 levels are here in all their glory, but slightly modified to fit a single-player format. However, the Mine Shaft, Mental Hospital, and Satan's Lodge are all locked exclusively to multiplayer. This baffles me because all of the later levels, aside from the Mine Shaft, feel like they were made to be experienced in single player. Anyways, disregard anything I said about the Mental Hospital being better in single player, as it is not available, and enjoy the last 30 seconds of the video. Peace. The game features different difficulty modes as well, but I do not care to revisit them. At the end of the day, this isn't a bad game. It's just kind of a painfully mediocre one. I personally would recommend playing the first 2 levels, but if you cherish your sanity, stop there.
This, guys.
Whisper.
It's like Shrek. First 2 are great, and then just went down.